We take great pride in the cars that we have for sale at County Corvette, but all the time we get asked the question, where do you get your cars? The cars often come to us. I have two great examples right here. This one came to us. This one we found. This 67 is a really high-level driver, and when I saw it, I could see it was a diamond in the rough. It was a great restored car, cosmetically restored, some mechanical restoration, but mostly an original car. And it was dirty. It was, simply put, it was just dirty. And I could see through that dirt that this car had a lot of, original integrity, and was just, it was really well painted. The trim on it was really nice, but to the average person, I mean, even the tires were dirty. To the average person, it looked like just an okay car, but I knew with really just a detail, cosmetically, this car would be as you see it right now. Now, just a quick review of the car, I could tell it looked like a very high quality mechanical car as well. And sure enough, once we went through it in the shop, I found just a few bad grounds. A couple of the lights were dim because, as you may or may not know, these are fiberglass cars, and everything needs to be grounded. So that's very common. And we went through it, fixed those little things that needed to be done, and we try to put forth a car that, if comes with options, all those options work. And if it doesn't, we'll disclose all that. This car, on the other hand, we have a few spotters throughout the country that we'll search for high quality cars that possibly we can buy and resell. So I got a call on this one. Actually, Ed got a call on it, and being the color that it is, the year, obviously a Z06, really low mileage, I actively pursued it very quickly, and it was not that far away. Turns out the guy knew of us and had almost been a customer. But that's the main thing is we have such a long history with so many clients, with so many cars. Invariably, the cars come to us. In fact, this is a local Westchester car. This gentleman bought this car simply because we existed as a company, and he said, I bought this car 5-6 years ago knowing that if it needed work, I could bring it to you guys. He brought it in a couple of times. It really didn't need that much over time because he bought a really good car. So we'll give you a glimpse into exactly how all that went down. I think you'll like it.
Jim.
Hey, what's up?
I have one of our customers here with a yellow big block 67 he's looking to sell.
Okay.
Don't know a whole lot about it. Looks like it's a decent car.
Is the customer here?
The car's here.
Oh, the car's here.
The car's here, yeah. He dropped it off last night. He wants you to take a look at it and see if it's a car we'd be interested in buying.
Okay.
Local guy.
Is he a customer?
Yes.
All right, so it's tell me again what it is?
67, yellow, big block convertible.
All right.
Yep.
Where is it?
It's out front. It's here. He
Let's look at it.
He dropped it off.
All right.
You don't see too many yellow ones, do you?
It was a pretty popular color.
Really? Yeah.
Looks like a decent car.
There's a key.
It doesn't work?
No.
I just got to give it a little
There you
love.
go. A little love.
He drove it, I see.
Yeah.
Let me see if it's a pipe. All right, so it's not a real piped car. The windshield's been replaced.
Power brakes.
It was painted together, but it's a decent paint job. I don't actually know. It looks like it was painted apart, but it's a good original side glass.
390.
390. It's a nice.
Well,
nice
yeah,
front.
power steering and power brakes.
Right. Looks like an original power brake car. It's got replacement horns, which you got to ask why that is. But the front looks good on it. It looks like an original stamp to me. I have to really look at it, and scrutinize it. But first glance, it looks like an original engine car. So it's a real yellow car, and it's a vinyl interior, not leather, but that's okay. This looks like a nice overall driver, which you don't see a lot of anymore.
Nope.
You know, I would put this car.
The clock works.
I would put this car in the mid 70 range. You know, if it's an original trans and all that stuff, it's. You know, we could be at 80,000 asking price on this car, and if he's, you know, if there's some money to be made there, I think we're there. But he's a customer here. I think I've seen this car before. I'll have to go back and look and see what we did to it.
When he first bought it, it wasn't quite right. I don't know what that means, but he brought it here to have you sort it, and he said the car's been fine ever since.
Well, he drove it here, so that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Let me just start it real quick, and we'll take a quick look at it. We'll run it through the shop and see what.
What the assessment is.
See what it looks like, and I think you know, if the frame looks good, just looking at it from here. But my instinct is it's a good, straight, solid car. Definitely, I'm interested in having it in the inventory. Okay.
Sounded good.
Yep, it starts up. Sounds good. So let's get it through the shop and make them an offer and see where we go.
Push it.
Try this. There you go. Good. I like it. Let's
see what we can do. Yeah.
Let's get it done. What's happening?
I just sent you an email. One of our spotters found a Z06. 06, low miles, one owner car. About 2.5 hours away.
Okay. Has he laid eyes on it?
He hasn't. He has the Carfax report. He's spoken to the owner. I know the owner sounds pretty meticulous. Car has good records, window sticker, both sets of keys. Sounds like a fellow that knows what he has and wants to sell it.
So, if he's not seen it and that's that close, I'd say let's just go do a deal on it.
Yeah.
Bring will he take a check?
He'll take one of your checks because he knows who you are.
Oh, okay. That's helpful.
Yeah, we spoke about your business and he knows who you guys are. You ran into this guy, Carlisle, years ago. So you might recognize who he is. You had talked to him about buying a 65, I think it was a blue car with a white interior, and he was going to buy it on your recommendation, but didn't buy it. And
he saw that at Carlisle.
Yeah, and he talked to you about it.
At Carlisle.
I believe that's...
Okay. That was a few years back. I think it was a Nassau blue 65 fuel with a white interior. Really nice car.
Well, that's
so
who this...
He didn't buy that car.
No.
Okay.
No. Well, that's who this is. This is one of his cars.
All right. So, well, I would say then let's just go out there if it's within a couple hours.
Yeah, let's do it.
You want to just go grab it? All right.
Done. Let's go.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
I have a little bit of time, so might as well. that's it. This is our guy. Well, yeah, it doesn't. Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's it.
Jeez.
$500.
There's 2 of them in there. I'm
No charge, right?
So one of my biggest problems I have being in the insurance business, I didn't want to, everybody wants to drive the car. Some aren't interested in it. They just want to take it for a drive. So I didn't want to
Can you blame them?
Yeah, kind of, but I didn't want to mess with that. And I met you guys down at Carlisle, Corvettes at Carlisle, and I was like, I'm going to take it over to County Corvettes. And my buddy says, no, don't drive clear over there. He said, put it on Facebook. And I went, no, I'm not putting it on Facebook. He said, no, there's a section for Corvettes for sale on Facebook.
Yeah, Corvette, the marketplace.
And so I decided to do it, and I put it on, and the phone just started dinging and dinging and dinging. It was like, what's going on? And then Matt called me, and we chatted back and forth a little bit. And but a lot of them were just throwing offers. Hey, will you take this? Will you take this? And how can you just make an offer when you haven't even seen the car in person? And
Yeah, well, there's a lot of guys out there. They just throw offers at stuff, and if they feel like you're close, I mean, they just it's a numbers game.
Yeah.
And everybody has access to Carfax and all that, so we can we can see what the car is basically if it's got any major issues. But as you can see, I like to be hands-on when we buy a car. But it's interesting. Now Matt is he's an agent of ours. He's a good friend and knows the cars real well. And he's based out of Ohio, and he circles the center of the country. Whereas a car like this, typically we would have seen this advertised, because we look locally. But really, most of our cars come from our client base. 90% of them, and I just think it's a cool story that you actually knew of us and were going to call us. So I'm glad we were able to connect on it.
It was funny because I said I want cash. I'm not taking cash, because all the games and everything. But once Matt told me, well, with County Corvette, I was like, oh, well, I'll just take a company check then.
Well,
I had no problem with that.
That means a lot. Appreciate that. You've got a 65. He's got a 65 that he bought when he was 16.
When I was 16 years old.
Tell that story. It's a great story.
At 16, I had been saving money. I had Corvette posters all over my wall in my bedroom, and I told my dad, I said, I found a car I'm going to buy. A doctor in Williamsport has it. And he said, what is it? And I said, a Corvette. And he went, absolutely not. And I was like, I have the money for it. And he said, I have to co-sign, and I'm not co-signing for it. And so I went to my mom. And Mom said, do you have the money? And I said, yeah. And she went with me, and we bought it. And
I like her already.
It was about a month that there was a lot of static in our household. But, my dad, when I finished restoring it, it's been restored now 12 years, I guess. With Thanksgiving, he said, let's go up and look at the baby, because I had it up here at the time. And we come up, and I pulled the cover off, and he just sat there grinning and everything, and he held his hand out for the key, and I went, oh, no, you ain't getting this. You didn't want. He said, you would have killed yourself is what I figured in that thing. But
well, he probably,
he
probably wasn't wrong. Most of us probably would have, and you proved him wrong, so that's cool. So what's next for you? 2021, 2020?
Well, I'm going to look at them, but I don't know that I'm to the point in my life that my wife's concerned if something happens that she's got to get rid of all these toys I have.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do like the mid-engines, but, the pricing is kind of crazy. I might still do it. I love mid-years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just a mid-year guy, So if I find the right one, which I did how many years ago with that 65 Fuel you had, but
yeah, we had a 65 Nassau blue with a white interior,
perfect
original
color.
engine, 65 Fuel restored car, and we had it at Corvettes of Carlisle, which Craig saw, which is how he knew of us. And that was a good car. You missed a
that
good one.
was a
But
mistake,
they I know where that car is too, and then you watch what you ask for. You never know what's going to come by. But again, that's how
today
we.
versus then, there was
Yeah,
a big difference
no,
in price.
I hear you. Well, you never know. But that's how we get most of our cars is from our existing customer base, which, you at least knew of us, and people. That's why we're doing this this particular video, is to show that even the cars that may not have been a customer car, this is the kind of car that we seek out. And even if we have to travel a little bit, this was easy. This was 2 hours, nice little road trip for Ed and I, and it's certainly well worth it, because that's the type of car that we want in our inventory. It's all I'll buy is a clean, very low mileage 1 or 2 owner car, or 3. The ownership doesn't matter, as long as the owners like you, who've preserved the car and cared for it that way.
I was very fortunate to get that car, because when they first were coming out, you had to be on a waiting list.
Oh yeah. Oh no, they were highly sought after. Guys were paying a lot of money over list on these things too.
I'm just going to say that I have a few dealers insured, and hey, can you get them in? Yeah, we have one allocated, but it's 10 grand over sticker.
Yeah.
And I was like, I won't pay that. And I was on a waiting list with Sutliff, and they called me and said, hey, we have this Z06 coming in. Are you interested in it? And I said, absolutely. And he said, well, there's a guy in front of you from Virginia, but we want to sell it in Pennsylvania because we want the service and want all that.
Sure, it's important.
And they actually, I have a copy of it, and they made me sign a no sale. I had to hold it for a while before I could sell it. I said, well, I don't have a problem signing that, because I'm not going to sell it. But,
yeah, and it's not like you put a lot of mileage on it and gave them anything more than inspections anyway. So they got a couple oil changes and inspections out of the deal.
Well, I think they got 1 oil change and inspection, and then I went to a closer Chevy dealer because it was just closer.
Yeah, that's what happens. So.
But yeah, no, they.
So this car has all these great records. It's got all the owner history, obviously, all the oil change records, and it's just a great kind of car. So keep an eye on our website, and maybe you'll see the video of the guy who ends up buying it. All right. So thank you. It's been a pleasure.
One other thing that I do want to chat with you on. I have a 67 vinyl hardtop that I might do something with.
Okay.
I don't know if there's some interest there, taking a look at it.
Yeah.
I haven't decided a price. I'm thinking maybe 12.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested.
It's here.
Yeah.
I have it here. So.
Well, we'll go take a look at that, and not taking it today, but,
No, but
we'll work something out. Absolutely.
Yeah. If there's, I just haven't done anything. Like I say, there's some things that I just need to start liquidating, and I bought that at Carlisle actually.
Okay, for your car.
For mine, because I didn't have a hardtop for it, and I think I had it on once, and it was only on a short period, and I took it off. Yeah,
a lot of those hardtops now end up on, NCRS type cars, or somebody really wants to complete the car that had it. They have a window sticker that shows it. Or even a lot of resto mods are using hardtops now, so it really depends. But there's a market for it. I'm definitely interested.
Yeah, I figured you'd have, that your outlet for that, as opposed to taking it to Carlisle and setting it out.
We'll make it easy for you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
And we're on the Pennsylvania Turnpike, cruising at 73 miles an hour, and the car's turning about 1,100 RPM. And it's hard to believe that this car and this technology is 14 years old. We had another one of these in not long ago with just 2,000 miles on it compared to the 23,000 now on this car, and they feel exactly the same. So I've gone through the gears, I've gone through every feature, every button. The air conditioning is ice cold. I'm enjoying the heads-up display, and I gotta say, the car doesn't need a thing. The tires are in good shape. The brakes don't have any vibrations or any kind of rotor warping that I can feel. It's been a pleasure. No fatigue whatsoever. We have about another 50 miles to go, so we'll see you back at County Corvette. It's got like a little boost almost right there.